Hello and welcome back to R8 Guns. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Bergara B14 Timber in 308. So, Bergara, Spanish-based company and fairly new to making guns. From what I can gather, they started off as a very good barrel manufacturer. They then moved on to custom guns, and now they moved into full production guns as well. This one I bought second-hand about 2 years ago, out of the need of a deer stalking rifle. It was well used, and after a good clean and noticing a little bit of damage on the end of the barrel, it has been recrowned, but that's all the work we've had done to it. On the face of it, it's a fairly plain rifle with standard wood, no engraving definitely, no gimmicky features as well. But I think that's what drew me to it, was just the honesty of it. It's just a nice, honest bolt-action hunting rifle. Before we go any further, we've got to thank the guys over at Shooting Sports UK for their ongoing support of the channel. Without them, we wouldn't be able to keep knocking these videos out, and new ones coming out every Wednesday. So let's get it on the bench and see what it's about. Okay, so this is the B14 Timber, not to be confused with the B14 Woodsman, which was very similar, but it had a different stock dimensions and didn't have this Monte Carlo style rise on there. It comes in 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 by 55, 7mm by 8 Remington, 308, 30-06, 8 by 57, 7mm Rem Mag, 300 Win Mag, 338 Win Mag, and in 375 H&H Magnum as well. So something for everyone. This one being in 308. There are other models in the B14 range with synthetic stocks and some very nice target stocks, other things as well. So if that's something you prefer, yep, those are out there as well. About half the calibers we've mentioned also come with the left-handed stock versions as well, and the overall lengths vary by caliber between 42 and 45 inches. The weights also vary from 7.5 pounds all the way up to 8.2 pounds, but that's in the big Magnum calibers, that sort of top end heavyweight. The stock has a black rubber pad, which is quite grippy, but not going to be great at soaking up any recoil. The wood is oil finished, and they aren't the best quality in terms of wood grain, but this one isn't too bad. It's got at least a little bit of something of interest in it, but most of them are quite plain. It has a cheek riser on this side, which is cut quite well. It looks nice. And back on this side, it's got quite a noticeable palm swell, but it is really comfortable, really nice. Underneath, on the base of the pistol grip, there is the Bergara logo engraved in there as well. And the checker in itself is reasonably deep and yeah, nice and grippy. This model also comes with sling swivel studs fitted as standard. Now, the action is definitely heavily inspired by the Remington 700, and in fact these mounts here are Remington 700 mounts and they just fit straight on. The scope, by the way, I've paired this one up with, is a Swarovski 8 by 56 fixed magnification scope. Works really well for deer stalking, no problems with that. Now, the trigger is remarkable for a gun at this price point. It's single stage, but it is fantastically light. It's just wonderful. Really nice, really crisp, really can't fault that trigger. The safety catch is easy to apply. Just a simple forward for fire, back for safe. It doesn't lock the bolt in position. The bolt is a 2 lug bolt with a loaded indicator on the back, or rather a cocked indicator on the back here, which is red and then disappears when it's fired. And there's a button on here. Other side, that's the bolt release catch. So you have 2 options with this gun. You can either have it with a floor plate magazine internal, or you can have it with a detachable box magazine. Apart from in the 6.5 Creedmoor, where you are stuck with a floor plate only option. The bonus of the floor plate is you get 1 extra round. This brings up the 3 round box magazines to 4 rounds in the standard calibers, and 2 rounds in the box magazine to 3 rounds in the floor plate on the Magnum calibers. I bought this gun obviously second hand, so I didn't get to pick what it had, but if I was, I'd have had it with a detachable box. For deer stalking, 3 rounds is absolutely fine, and it's a lot easier to drop the box mag out when you're climbing over fences, things like that, than trying to unload and load this thing again. So yeah, would have definitely gone for the box mag. The barrels on these are what Bergara are famous for. They are 4140 chrome moly and come in 22 or 24 inches. The 30-06 is the only one that comes with the option of both of those sizes, and pretty much the rule is anything smaller than 30-06 comes in 22 inches, and anything bigger comes in 24 inches. This one, being the 308, has a 1 in 12 twist. Other calibers are obviously different twist rates to suit. But all models come with a 1 MOA guarantee. Now, it's worth noting as well, this one is threaded, and I'm told all new models coming out are threaded. But that wasn't always the case, and just keep an eye out if you're looking at some new old stock or a second-hand one, just to check if threading for a moderator is something you actually need. Okay, that's it for this then. Let's go and see how it shoots.
Do you think the weather's bit yesterday scared a lot of people not to come?
Probably did, mate. Well, there's been some bad reports. Better news in there, you know, so.
So, as I mentioned before, this comes with a 1 MOA guarantee, and it definitely lives up to that. Not only with match grade ammunition, but also with hunting ammunition as well. It's not perfect though, and recoil on this gun is significant, especially when you're not using a moderator. It's not ever so bad if you're going on a hunting trip and you're going to be knocking a couple, 3 rounds out. That's no problem. But it's definitely not the gun I want to take to the range and shoot through a box of 100. My second issue with this gun is it's just a bit boring. Plain wood and not really anything interesting going on with it. Leaves me longing for something else. So it might not surprise you that this gun is going to be part X for something else quite soon. What might surprise you, however, is I'm going to part exchange it for another one of these in 30-06. The only reason I'm doing that is with the impending lead ban. I just want a bit more power to, drive the lead-free bullets just that little bit quicker. Yes, it's boring, but it is superbly accurate, and the trigger is fantastic, especially at this price point. I bought this as a starter gun, but in all honesty, this could be all the gun you ever need. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.